everyone, if you're new here, my name is Sarah Burgett. Which probably none of you are new here because my YouTube channel is about to be 10 years old and I am washed up, let me tell you. I'm not mad because I still love filming and updating the people who do care, and I am so thankful to have each and every one of you here. And yeah, I just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys because it has been a while since I've been able to do that. And you know, what better time than a worldwide pandemic where none of us have pretty much anything to do. I feel like I thrived on YouTube in middle school, beginning of high school, because not to play victim, but I had no friends, so I was bored all the time. So I put out my best content because it's all I had to do. And I am getting a glimpse of that right now because I'm forced to be bored. And honestly, it is exactly the break I needed. So today's video is going to be a mixture of a lot of things. Here's the pot, here's everything I'm throwing in it. A makeup tutorial of the beauty look you guys have been begging me for on my Instagram. It's been my favorite one. And I have actually been doing my makeup a lot during this pandemic because it helps me from falling asleep all day and like feeling more put together, which today I cannot say the same because today I accidentally started watching Tiger King and fell asleep. I woke up at like noon, fell asleep again on accident at 2 and just woke up at 5. Ugh. Took a shower and now I'm here, and I never film videos at night, but I felt like I had absolutely nothing better to do and I wanted to get some new content out for you guys tomorrow morning. So here I am, and if it looks any different, that's multiple things. I lost my battery to my good camera, so this is my vlog camera, so I hope it's not too terrible. I'm in my living room because I'm home alone, which is nice because I like being loud and like hanging out in the living room, but also I am lonely. And then number 3, it's night. Like I said, I never film at night, but here we are. So anyways, here's the pot of things this video is gonna be. My YouTube, hey YouTube, makeup tutorial, apology video, update video, get tipsy with me video. I am pouring, or I had just poured, a glass of Cabernet, and I'm about to pour another one before we get started on this makeup tutorial. So cheers. So if my lips and teeth get red, I just apologize in advance. I'll try to fix that. I feel like there's 2 people during this pandemic. There is people that are taking a break from drinking and cleansing themselves and being really good. And then there's people that have nothing better to do than to drink every day. Now I'm a 23-year-old girl, woman, some would say. But also, I am a full-time bartender right now, so I usually serve drinks. I don't really drink as much. So I am taking this leisure downtime to have myself some wine. I just started getting into red wine recently, and it's chef's kiss. Wow. I actually really like it, and it's just cheap wine. They're like these mini guys. I like the mini guys because they are like a perfect serving, so I'm not over serving or under serving myself. Oh my god, I really am a bartender. But it's just Woodbridge Cabernet. It's really good. I do not promote underage drinking. Throwing that out there. I realize now more than ever we need to give as many disclaimers as possible. And I'm just gonna get started on my makeup while I'm talking about this. I should be wearing something bright. It's pretty dark. Whatever. There's no rules of the pandemic. Also, another reason I've been like kind of getting a little tipsy is because of all those memes on Twitter, which is so accurate. It's like this pandemic is basically like an airport where it's socially acceptable to drink at any time. Time is no essence because, you know, I literally have nothing better to do. I've been going on walks, I've been doing my yoga. I'm gonna get better at that, working out, that is. But yeah, anyways, I keep getting ahead of myself. I haven't had much social interaction today, so I just have a lot to say. So on that note, let's take another sip. Isn't this glass so weird? Like, I don't even know. Anyways, I am calling this makeup look my pandemic glam because, well, I started doing it before the pandemic, but it is just my favorite. So here goes nothing. My thoughts are gonna be all over the place in this video, so bear with me. We have nothing better to do, you know? I already did my skincare routine. My skincare has been so bad because I've been sleeping in my makeup a lot. time is no essence, like I said. Need to be better. Anyways, I really wanted to apologize for my last upload. I know a lot of you guys didn't get that mad, but I did get some DMs. And I also, I'm just gonna relate a lot to Twitter because Twitter is just being so accurate with what's going on in my mind right now. And I've just been on Twitter a lot. Follow me on Twitter, even though I retweet a lot of funny stuff, I don't tweet that much. When I do, I make sure it's quality. Just at sarahburgett. Anyways, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's what I get for getting over 12 hours of sleep. Will this thing come out or? So my latest upload was my quarantine with me. It was my birthday party, and then I went camping with my family, like quarantine camping, I guess. And I did film my birthday party before this is all like a stay-at-home order, before it was like all craziness with the government. And tend to be pretty naive, which is definitely a flaw of mine. It's good and bad, and I'm sorry it's so blue. I don't know why it's so blue. Being naive is a good and bad thing because I think ignorance is bliss. So if you kind of ignore the negative going on around you, you will end up being more happy. But also, ignorance can make you less credible, and it can, you know, hurt others, especially if you are trying to be your best influencer. It can influence people to not do the right thing. And I can't apologize for my birthday party because that was planned for a really long time and there was no way that I could have canceled it. And it was before all of this madness. We knew about coronavirus, but it was just in China and Italy. And, you know, it was like maybe 1 or 2 confirmed cases in the US at that point. And then it was like the same video, but it was like a week and a half later is when I went camping when it was a stay-at-home order. And, you know, we were making a lot of jokes like, oh, this is us, like, coronavirus, like, hey, but like, it's not funny. And every single day that goes on with this pandemic makes me feel worse and worse about that video. I will keep the video up because, you know, it's something that me and my friends like to watch just to like remember the good times, and then also me and my family, because me and my family went camping. But I wish I had a longer disclaimer at the beginning of the video because I do feel really bad for, you know, the jokes I made about coronavirus, because this is not funny. It's not funny. And I'm a very good awkward laugher. When I'm uncomfortable, I just laugh or make a joke about something, which, you know, will lighten the mood every once in a while, but it's also not the best coping mechanism that someone could have. So that was just me kind of, like I said, being ignorant, being naive. But as I get more and more educated, I'm getting a lot more into politics now, which I've always ignored before because I'm like, you know, I don't matter that much. I can't make that much of a difference, blah, blah, blah. But being in the know is very, I think, very important, especially with how much the government is controlling us as humans right now, for better and for worse, but definitely for better right now because self-quarantining is really making a difference, or they're trying their best to have it make a difference. So I was watching Sarah Burgett's videos, one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm sure you all know her, but if you don't, please look her up. She is one of the only humans that can actually make me laugh out loud because of how, I wouldn't even say relatable, I guess like she is very relatable and like we have like the same sense of humor, but she is just great. She's a great human, as well as her friend Caitlin Ray. She's a really nice person to watch on YouTube. My other favorite YouTuber, my third favorite YouTuber during this pandemic is Olivia O'Neill. I will link them all down below, but they are all just killing it and I love their content. And I would love to slowly turn into content like that, but I'm just not naturally funny like that. That's why I might need a glass or 2 of wine. When I'm around my friends, I'm way funnier, but I don't know. When I'm talking to you guys, I feel like we have a different relationship where we're a little more deep and sensitive with each other. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but this video is literally me just throwing out my random thoughts and hoping you guys get something out of it. This pandemic, coronavirus, COVID-19, was a blessing in disguise for me. I haven't been letting you in on my very personal life recently because I've been kind of embarrassed. I really grew up obviously being very, very lucky with this community, and then I took it for granted, some may say, and I didn't give it my all, and I lost my niche. I lost my pizzazz. I went to college. I learned how to party. I learned how important, you know, in-person relationships are, and it's something I never really truly had until like the very end of high school. And I thought that YouTube was my calling until I had to pay a bunch of bills and the more I had to pay bills and I was doing schoolwork, the less revenue I was getting on YouTube. And this is probably such a weird concept for you guys because I did not start YouTube for the revenue, but YouTube really made me lose value of $1 really early because I was wildly poor working at the YMCA when I was 14. And you're not even allowed to get a job when you're 14, but I've always been a hard worker, so I did it because I wanted to, but I also did it because I was starting my YouTube channel. I wanted to get money to buy, you know, e.l.f. makeup products so I could review it for you guys, and it was just this ongoing thing. You have to spend money to make money, but you have to make money initially, you know what I mean? So I did that, and then throughout college, you know, I didn't know where I wanted my channel to go. And it's crazy because the videos that I felt most proud of are a lot of videos that aren't on my channel anymore because they really fucked up my personal relationships. And I was so fond of my personal relationships at that point, I felt like I had to almost pick one or the other. And, you know, business relationships and all that stuff. Even though I've always had a stronger relationship on this YouTube channel with all of you guys than I have a lot of the relationships in my life, which is weird because a lot of the relationships in my life also watch my YouTube channel, but it's just different, you know what I mean? This is my journal for you all to see. That is just how I live my everyday life when I'm hanging out with my friends. But I was just in a very big mental conflict a lot of my college career, which I graduated last May, if you didn't know. And so I was so excited after college. I was like, oh, I'll be able to focus on YouTube, and I didn't want to get a full-time job, whatever, which is fine until you know, my mom was helping me out with some bills during college, and then after college I was 100% on my own, which I have never done before. And because I've been very fortunate, and I was like, well, as much as YouTube is fun and I could try to put this all in, I lost some confidence. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick up every shift I can at my little side bartending job. So I started bartending every single day, and I would go in at my first job. I would go in at 8, stay till like 4:30 in the morning, and my schedule is just so different than everyone else's. I would do that, I would come home, sleep till 1 p.m. and then start my day. And to me it's fine. Time has never been like that important to me, like time in the day. But for YouTube, I've had myself drilled in my head that I could only film videos when it was light outside. So in Ohio, you know, the sun would go down like 5 or 6, and I would be like, well, looks like I missed out on another video, but a very optimistic person, so I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. And that accidentally went on for about 6 months, and then I got a really good opportunity to bartend at a brand new 5-floor underground bar in Cincinnati. It's called Ghost Baby, if you've ever heard of it. It's really, really cool, kind of like an 80s vibe. You have to dress up for work, but that made my schedule go from basically noon to 4 a.m., which is most of your day. I would go to sleep, wake up, you know, not get that much sleep, wake up at 11, do my makeup, go back into work. And I am a working bee. I never would complain about that because I love working. Not only because I love working, but I had really, really good coworkers, and I really like being just like the light of my surroundings. So I would just like force myself to go in with a good attitude, you know, make sure everyone's doing good, check on everyone individually. That's just like the type of person I like to be in the workplace. I also just love the relationship of a coworker. It's such a different relationship. Like, you guys are both working to, you know, survive, like pay your bills, but you might as well make the best of it. I hate working with people who are just pessimists about being there, because I'm like, well, you can just quit and do something that you'd like to do more. So I'm not complaining about my job at all because I'm very lucky I have it. I'm very thankful. But after a couple months of that, I was really, really, really spreading myself thin. Let's just say that. Where I didn't even have time to think about YouTube, which is something that I wanted to think about 24/7 after I graduated. But, you know, I was making a decent amount of money that could pay my bills, and it was more practical. And then all of a sudden, I was out of a job, and I was, you know, working my butt off and like kind of just getting worn out. And I swear the universe just always works in your favor in that way. And I don't know if a lot of people think like this, but I really believe, really believe in manifestation. Obviously, this is why I have such a dilemma, because I am not happy at all about this virus going around. So many people are being affected and, you know, dying, and I love our elderly. Like, they are so wise and they have so much still to give to this world, and the fact that they're getting affected most really, really hurts. And there is something else on Twitter that I saw that was like, if this pandemic was switched around and it was affecting children and teenagers rather than adults and grandparents or like elderly, they would do anything in their will to stop it. And basically that really opened my eyes, because I feel like I have not been doing everything I could to stop it. And not only that, but I put it on YouTube for the world to see. So I'm encouraging others to like kind of take it lightly, and it's not something we can take lightly. This is something that no one ever prepared for. We have not, as a community, even like thought that this is a thing that could happen in our lifetime. And here it is. And I've actually been journaling every day, which is something that I haven't done in a really, really long time. I feel like it's really important for us to journal and write down our thoughts during this time, because we are literally making history for history books in the future right now. It's gonna be crazy that we're going to think of this month, the past month, the future month or two, hopefully not, but maybe, as the times that we literally were forced to take a break in our lives. I'm not happy for that at all, you know, because of the circumstances, but I think it's something that a lot of us as humans needed. And I am so thankful for the humans that are still working their butts off, and they're still going to school, and they're still like having a full life, while all these other humans are doing what I'm doing and drinking to pass the time and doing makeup at 8 p.m. to go nowhere, you know, talking to a camera. These people are doing things that, especially hospital workers, I have a lot of friends who are nurses, and they're like, yeah, I got this little thin mask and I have to wear it for the next 3 weeks, and I'm working straight on with coronavirus people. I cannot express my gratitude enough for, I'm getting chills right now. Like, I cannot fathom having to do that right now. And I'm so blessed, and it makes me wish I had a more essential job so that I could help others out right now. But you know, I think that's something that we should all do right now, is when we do get carry out from a store, you don't have to tip for carry out, but I've been tipping like double. I am so thankful for those people, and being in the service industry has me tipping a bunch anyways, but like, you have to realize that most of those people live off $4 or $5 an hour. Sorry, my camera died. Even though some people are getting more because of what's going on, a lot of people aren't getting more because their jobs just straight up can't afford it. I'm really lucky because I was really worried about paying for my rent and my living, and I'm pretty sure my landlord's letting us do a payment plan, which is very nice of them, and it's gonna be really helpful. But I think that it's a time for everyone to step back and not be selfish about these things. Like, I realize the landlords need to make money and they're an essential business, but a lot of us can't afford to be evicted. Like, I mean, not that I was living paycheck to paycheck, but I know a lot of my friends are, and I was every once in a while. And you know, I can't imagine what the government's going through, because the thing about me is I see every side of a story, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Ooh, I almost caught my eye. Oh my god, there's 3 good eyelashes that just fell out of my eye for some reason. I'm literally just rambling my butt off. I hope that you guys enjoy this at all. I feel like I used to ramble my butt off with you guys a lot, and then I got insecure for no reason. So another update in my life, I didn't think I was gonna talk about this. Let me take a freaking chug. I'm recently single. Usually you'd probably think you'd know that, because my last breakup video was like the most popular video on my channel. And if you want I guess I can do another breakup video, but it's gonna be way different. I've experienced love differently in 3 ways now. Wow, I didn't think I was gonna talk about this. Might take this out. And I am 23 years old, and as much as I loved this human and, you know, wanted to be with him, I wasn't getting the security that I needed to put the effort in to have a future with him. And if I'm having a relationship right now, I either want to go all the way or not at all. It's because I really thrive when I'm single, and that's not because, you know, it is a very selfish thing to say, and I feel very selfish, but these are our selfish years, and these are years we're never gonna get back. And if you don't see something lasting for the rest of your life, or you don't have the security that's lasting the rest of your life, then what are you doing? If you don't have the absolute end goals that are matching, what are you doing? And you know, you're like, oh, you're having fun, oh, like blah blah, but when it starts to like not be as fun and as lighthearted, and it's getting pretty deep, or you're talking about moving in together and all this stuff, it's something that you really need to take responsibility for. and I love not being responsible. You know, I've lived in LA the past 3 summers, whether I had the money for it or not. I was like, oh, I'll figure it out. But now I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm like, will I figure it out though? Also, pause, this is the most important part of the whole eye look. I got this recently. It's Urban Decay's Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner. Oh, I just put it on top of my black eyeliner, like just the very tip, over it, and then on my crease. I kind of opened my eye, like make its own crease. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so beautiful. Show you more on this side. It was extra hard because I was this past person's first girlfriend, and as I've been through heartbreak before, you know, the more you go through heartbreak, obviously it gets easier. You realize how throughout a relationship you need to always be okay on your own, especially after my last breakup where I was broken up with. I was like, oh, I need to be able to be 100% fine on my own before I give someone any part of me, and I stuck to that. Luckily I was strong enough for that, but you know, he has never gone through something like that, so it was definitely harder for him, and we still talk every day, and he's still my best friend, and I will always love him so much. Right now in my life, I just feel the need to really focus on myself, and as selfish as that sounds, it's been really good for me, and especially with this quarantine time, I feel myself coming more into my power every day. That's the best feeling ever, and I'm getting really sentimental about it, and I keep getting chills, but it's just true. I just watched last night actually the movie Life Itself, and I really recommend that movie. I've been watching a lot of movies recently, but that one really hit me. You guys, life is up. It's up. Life is messed up, but that's kind of the beauty of it. We're all in this together. Why am I getting so deep and emotional right now? Like, I've just been very introspective recently, taking a step back, having time to actually think about what I value, think about what I want in the world, think about how I can make a difference in this world. And that's why I was overthinking my last video a lot, because I felt like I wasn't making a difference. I was kind of just ignoring things, partying, which is fine. I'm not apologizing for having a good time. We all know I love a good time, but you know, it comes with some consequences, especially when the world is slowly ending. I keep thinking about this, not that I'm like, oh, the world's ending, but we always thought it was gonna be this big bang, this big like Big Bang Theory, you know, it was just gonna poof, gone. But it's like it's slowly happening, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I'm laughing. I told you I laugh when I'm awkward. I feel like it's like this world is slowly ending, except for it's not. That's just me being dramatic. Or I guess I hope it's not. It's just making me realize that I want to make the most of it, and I want to, you know, cherish the people I love and make them feel even more loved. And I've been putting a lot more effort into my personal relationships. Woo! And it's been paying off. I don't even know if this video is making any sense. These are some thoughts I've been wanting to journal down, but I have realized I like journaling on camera rather than writing them down, because my brain just works in such a weird way, and writing them down just doesn't make any sense. So I'm hoping that this makes some sort of sense. So this is just like a get ready with me for no reason, but if you guys actually want a detailed tutorial on this, I can do that too. But I feel like if you guys just watch, you can imitate it as well, you know? The eyeshadow I used, I did get a question of this a lot on my Instagram, is the Naked palette, the original. This is my one true love. This will always be my favorite palette. I was so mad when I thought they discontinued it at first, but they didn't. They did discontinue the Naked Basics original one, which I was so angry, but you know, I'm over it now. I'm over it. You guys, all we can do right now is take a deep breath. I'm so glad that we are all in this together. I really am. Why do I keep getting chills? I guess I just have been keeping myself so busy that I haven't been in touch with my emotions for a really long time. And you know, in high school, in middle school, and when I peaked on YouTube, I guess, I was very in touch with my emotions. I was always bored, which was something I preferred. I was such an introvert, let's just say that, and I just whirlwind into this extrovert, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And instead of, you know, thinking, I would just do, which is good sometimes, but not all the time. It's important to take a step back and reflect on the decisions you're making in life. And you know, instead of doing that, I would just become a workaholic. It was almost like my addiction, because I wanted to not think about it. And now I am forced to think about it, and it's a blessing. Like I said, coronavirus is not a blessing. I hate this shit. I want it to stop. But this break that we are all having right now, I think it was very needed, at least in my opinion. And I think that we should all try to make the best of it and stay home, even though that's freaking hard for me to do. Okay, that's freaking hard for me to do. I'm gonna do it because it's what will get us out of this faster. It's gonna make us, you know, stronger in the end. I really hope. Oh my gosh, I never even got the thought out of my head. The whole Sarah Burgett thing. She said, I really think that the world will be better connected and have more compassion and love for each other after this is all done. And I am praying that that's true. I really hope that's true. And I think it will. I think that this is something, no matter whether you like it or not, when you go through something serious like this with someone, whether it's in person or just, you know, as a community, there's no way we can't be closer together. Instead of just like fighting each other, we are just trying to keep each other alive. Because if there was not that kind of faith in humanity, like, what would we be doing right now? Like, someone would attract the disease and then just like give it to everyone else because am I tipsy? What's going on? My thoughts are so jumbled. They're so jumbled. Editing this video is going to be a nightmare. Anyways, last step, I'm gonna take all-nighter setting spray for no reason. I'll probably take this off in like an hour. So this is my finished makeup tutorial. I'm a little bit tipsy. I hope you guys like it. This is the finished result, which you've seen on my Instagram so much. I really love you guys so much, and I never have ever meant to leave you guys hanging on this channel, and I just know we'll be able to get through this together. And I would love for you guys to either comment down below or DM me, you know, what you're going through right now, and we can talk about it together in our bored states. We can just help each other out in the end to become better humans overall. I think that's the thing I love best about YouTube, is whenever I am doing something that's not benefiting the world, you guys call me out on it, and I'm like, you're right, like, thanks for holding me accountable. And that's all we're here for anymore. Like, we just need to hold each other accountable and help each other become our best selves. So when people ask me what my channel is, I'm like, yeah, basically just I try to be a little lifestyle coach. You should either be enjoying life or strengthening your life at all times. So I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.